Cutting across straight to Nepal, where Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has just landed in Nepal for his two-day visit. The Prime Minister will hold a bilateral meet with his Nepalese counterpart KP Sharma Oli and other top leaders in the government. We'll get you live visuals from Nepal. The Prime Minister, remember, has just landed, and today he will be... Today, he is in the historical city of Janakpur, a sub-metropolitan city where he will offer prayers at the Janki temple as well. Now, the Prime Minister is also likely to sign a pact and inaugurate the 6,000 crore Arun 3 project, which is expected to generate around 9,000 megawatt of power. Remember, the Indian Prime Minister, this is Indian Prime Minister's third visit to Nepal. And we'll get you all the highlights of PM Modi's visit to Nepal. He's, remember, in Janakpuri. He will be launching a bus service from Janakpuri to Ayodhya as well. Joining us with all the details from PM Modi's Nepal visit is Executive Editor Abhishek Kapoor. Abhishek, over to you.
Well, Shobit, this is a significant visit because it's coming in the backdrop of a certain chill that had set up in India-Nepal relationship was the 2015 blockade. The memories of difficulties that the Nepalese faced are perhaps still fresh in the minds of common Nepalese as well, because on the eve of Prime Minister's visit on social media, people were trying to remind India of the difficulties of the blockade era. So that is one issue. But the blockade had happened for certain reasons. Essentially, Nepal was playing too much of China card and disregarding the compact that has been between the two nations as civilizational friends, neighbors, and the kind of relationship that has existed. Sometimes Nepal would take it for granted. Sometimes Nepal would play the China card. So in that backdrop, the Nepali establishment was symbolized by ultra-nationalists like KPS Oli, Prakash Sharma Oli, who is Prime Minister now, and the making of Nepali constitution had certain irritants so far as India's interests are concerned in Nepal. All those things had led to certain chill in the relationship. An attempt has been made by both the sides to really bring in a thaw. India has been guiding. After having only noted the Nepalese constitution, India has been guiding integration of the larger plains community, the Madhesis, into the system. And India wishes, rather, that democracy is given full play in Nepal, and it is all-inclusive. Prime Minister has stressed Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas slogan while speaking from the Constituent Assembly of Nepal also in 2014. And this time he has gone with the slogan, Samruddh Nepal, Samruddh Nepali. It essentially means Nepal has to progress with democracy as its bedrock. And to that end, the Indian establishment is also hoping, Shobit, that two communist parties in Nepal, CPN and CPN-UML, come together. Merger talks are happening. It's a complex dynamic of democracy that comes into play in Nepal between the hills and the plains, and between the communists and the Congress, Nepali Congress, on the other side. Nepal also abolished the monarchy, became a secular state under the communist regime in 2006. And since then, there has been a certain element of wobbliness between India and Nepal. Prime Minister is going their third time. Though, of course, Nepalese remember blockade, they must also remember the kind of assistance that came to their way when massive earthquake had hit Nepal. And the manner in which India came to its aid, it was one of its kind effort. It was acknowledged by the people on the ground. So Prime Minister obviously would be hoping to build from there. His visit to Janakpur, Mata Sita's temple, and then the bilateral element of the visit in Kathmandu.
Absolutely. Abhishek Kapoor getting us all the latest details as Prime Minister Narendra Modi has just landed in Nepal, and we'll continue to get you all the highlights of Prime Minister's two-day visit to Nepal. Time for a short break now, but after that we continue to get you all the day's big stories. Stay with us.